Mars has given a few clues there might actually be. So joining us now is Auckland University astrobiologist Kathy Campbell. G'day, Kathy.
Morning.
Nice to see you.
Same.
Are you jumping for joy or...?
I'm happy, but look, this has been building for a long time. You got to understand, scientists, it's like watching paint dry for us, for you. For us, it's exciting because finally they've actually definitively confirmed that we've got methane leaking out of Mars somehow, somewhere. They don't know how exactly. And not all methane, unfortunately, doesn't all come from cows. It comes from lots of other places, including what they call the regolith, which is the ground of Mars. It might be leaking out from some storage from somewhere. What's key about that methane, though, is that it might warm up the atmosphere, make lakes sometimes, and then you might be able to have more habitats for life.
So it's a greenhouse gas.
It's a greenhouse gas, exactly.
Yeah, so life form could be what, though? I mean, life form could be something under the...
Subterranean,
yes.
In fact. A lot of people want to get down there. The European Space Agency is going to drill in the next rover program for their rover to get underneath the subsurface to find out what's there.
But could they have water under there?
Absolutely. They should have plenty of water. The moon has water. We want to get down to some of those subterranean caves. So all of that is exciting because we've confirmed it. They've also measured with that little instrument on the rover, they've measured this organic material.
Do they have oil?
Well, it's just like that. It's exactly like that. But you can form these things inorganically as well. And this is the trick, is that they've finally definitively said, yep, we've got the building blocks of life for sure. So that means there's hope.
So the DNA kind of exists for the conditions.
It exists for the conditions. It's not just habitable. Now there's the material that the little microbes can eat or produce. It's been made, but we still don't know whether it rained down from space. This is a problem still. So
yes.
That's why it's not top news.
Yes.
There's methane leaking into the atmosphere on Mars. Is it like a pin-up planet for what could happen if we don't control our own emissions?
It's not a huge amount, and in fact, the organic compounds are also the simple kind. So the trick is life makes very complicated organic compounds. We don't have that yet. But what they've got is they've got seasonal cycles. They've got methane actually coming up in certain times of the year and dropping down again.
They've got climate change too.
Exactly.
Oh, this is good. So
that's what they've got.
They're sharing the problem with us.
They are.
So how do we save Mars? We have to save ourselves before we save Mars?
Well, my hope is that, we somehow get over there and can, and in some way start to really get to the bottom of the source of the organic carbon.
Is this the answer to the dense population on Earth? I mean, is Mars one day, we'll be long gone, but is Mars one day going to house people?
It's complicated, and they're just starting to work on that. I was at a Mars sample return meeting in Berlin this year, and they were talking about bringing back materials so that we can figure out, is it poisonous to us? Can we breathe this dust? We're a little ways away from actually, colonizing Mars.
You couldn't set a container house up there and live there?
Not yet.
But maybe one day?
Maybe one day.
Oh, I'm fascinated by this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
So
answer.
it's a step in the right direction. Darwin spent whatever it was, 40 years building up his story about evolution. It's the same thing. We're another step closer to finding life on Mars.
Kathy, brilliant. Thank you so much for your time this morning. Kathy Campbell, Auckland University astrobiologist. We're almost there, folks.